Day 2 of the official Homeless TI vlog. Now, I prided myself on not ever getting to this position as a targeted individual. And again, nowadays I use that term loosely. It seems like because of the ICE raids. Hold on a second. Sorry, I have like 3 cell phones. I'm at Mickey D's using the public Wi-Fi because I want to save my battery. But yeah, man. Day 1 homeless TI. My gang stalking got to me, guys. I mean, I'm just a vagabond. I'm just a fucking street urchin. Nah, we're gonna get into it. I shouldn't even be saying this online for my own safety, but I sleep with the heat. I sleep with a heater. Okay. So no one should be running up on me. They can if they want to, but here's the deal, guys. We're just gonna be talking about the whole homelessness TI thing. Okay. I'm not doing this to be cool. I'm way beyond that. I've been going through this for 5 years. So even if I was technically homeless, which I am right now, I mean, it would be 5 years in. I put up a hell of a fight. And I'm doing this by choice. I could have busted my ass, got another hotel room, but I got a police ticket, a bullshit ass stop sign ticket a month ago, and I got a family member's birthday. I got a bunch of bills coming up, so I'm saving about $70 a day. Now I've been staying in the hotels, and and if you're another TI listening to this, I encourage you, if you have the means, aka you work, you don't want to fucking go live in your car. You don't want to do any of that. This is not a plan, because this is what you see on YouTube is these people live in their car as a permanent solution to gang stalking. Because if you are being gang stalked, the last place you want to be out is in public. Because I'm gonna go over some things that homeless people, because I've been, I bust my ass. So I've been in plenty of positions where I've stayed at hotels for 2-3 months at a time. I found the best deals. Obviously, you can't. We'll talk about that as well, because it's inevitability that some TIs will go homeless. They will make mistakes without targeting. If you're, I, I hate to say it, for not everybody, but let's say you're a normal person, right? You grew up normal and then you became homeless. You are kind of fucking dumb. Like, you made bad decisions, whether it's drugs, gambling, not working, things like that. So for other people, there's just bad luck. I understand that fully. So if you are homeless and you used to work, used to do all your thing, I get it. You had no support system. It sucks. The system's set up to make you fail and make you to this is what this capitalism system is. Okay, real quickly, nothing wrong with capitalism in theory. Work, you get paid for it, whatever, but it's really about despair merchantism. So whoever's in despair, like, even though it's wrong, you have to screw them. So a lot of the rich people, they do make money off poor people, not from selling honest goods and services. That's a slow way. So what these people have figured out is like, oh, well, if people are homeless, we can set up a homeless foundation and we can make it tax free and collect donations and give 1% to the homeless, like that shit, like that. If you want to get ahead, they try to teach you, oh, well, if you work hard and Bill Gates and Steve Jobs, that was true maybe back in the for a short time period during like these little mini industrial revolution type things, technological revolutions, where it's like times are changing and people can capitalize on trends and make money. Okay, like the internet or something. Yeah, that's one facet of that's a great one. Entrepreneurship. But really, it's about screwing the poor, because when people are desperate, they'll squirm and they'll throw money everywhere. You can be poor, you can be rich. If you're desperate, you're gonna squirm, and if you have money in your pocket, you're gonna get let go of that money to make the problem go away, and that's what these people do. So you're homeless TI. I mean, not all of you. I mean, some of you are pretty like smart and shit like that. It's not your fault, obviously, but I want to go over how you can get confused because there's real gang stalking. There's paranoia that's not mental illness. That's legit paranoia. But when you hear about gang stalking, it turns it into a mental illness. So the first thing I learned about sleeping outside, you don't control outside. You can find the perfect spot where no one should ever be, and you can wake up and there can be people walking around and shit, and it could be natural shit, or it could be gang stalking. But you know, you can't get mad. Um, so let's say I'm gonna give you an example. Let's say, and we're gonna go over some rules and shit like that too, like because other people are gonna hear this. I don't want to give you any ideas. We had the one girl that got 10,000 views, like, oh, I'm living in my car. You know, a lot of girls do this shit. I don't think it's safe. Okay, that's just my stance on it. I still don't think it's safe. So there's like safety precautions. First of all, if you're gonna go this route, you need a car and you need to work. Period. Like what people try to teach on here, like subversive awareness, is basically you don't have to work. These are the fake TIs. Okay. These are fakes, and this is how you know they're fakes, right? Like, I'm gonna give you an example of subversive awareness. Like this dude, he moves out of his house because quote unquote directed energy. In his case, I'm sorry, it's bullshit. Okay. He's just saying I'm getting hit with direct, he doesn't even explain it. But he goes out of his house and he has a perfectly good house and living situation, and then he goes out onto the road for an extended period of time. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you the difference between you and me. Okay, guys, like I'm gonna live in a cheap apartment. I'm gonna find a way because I've done it before. It's like work, save up money, get an apartment, have a living situation set up. Okay, maintain that situation for as long as you can, and just be ahead of the game, basically. Okay, I failed in half of that. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. Like, yeah, I messed up. That's why I'm here. But I'm never like, I'm just gonna live in my parents' house forever. I'm just gonna do this forever. Nah, dude, like I'm gonna control my life, gang stalked or not. Because what's worse than being gang stalked is literally just doing nothing. Okay. People call it being a loser, but I don't call it that. You know, I really don't really like calling anyone a loser because no one's really doing that good. You're calling people losers, like you better have like businesses and fucking Rolls Royces and shit, man. Because everyone's on the same playing field, okay? Pretty much. Most people that have shit, as I drop my lighter, most people you know that have something, it's because they came up in a good situation. Like they have a rich girlfriend, a rich boyfriend. Their family set them up a certain way to live, right? And it's not this this is what I'm talking about, like the capitalism shit earlier. Like I love capitalism if it's, you know, a fair deal and it's what you say it is. It's great, but it's not what you say it is. But it's like people make up this shit that you just work and then you just keep working and you keep getting more shit and you just keep buying bigger houses and nicer cars because you work so much. But you can work your ass off 80 hours a week the dumb way and then never get anywhere in life. Like you just save up like, I don't know, 15 grand or something by the time you're done retired and shit, like just nothing. But you worked your ass off, right? And I'm in that boat, you know, I'm working stupid jobs, but I don't mind it. And I don't mind working. So when I get off work, uh like today, I'll just go do DoorDash and shit after. You know, I smoke weed, I just fucking chill, listen to podcasts, listen to music, do my DoorDash. And people hate on that shit, but it's like I'm making money in my downtime. Like that's another thing we're gonna talk about. So I don't like to go into too much specifics, especially if I'm And this isn't no permanent thing. I'm gonna be back in the hotel. I'm just trying to save some money. But this is the first time I've ever done this in my entire life. Sleep in my car. Never. Oh, actually, I actually have done it before, but it was on a road trip and I got really sick, so I had no choice. I think the gang stalkers poisoned me. I'll be honest. I was visiting my parents in PA, driving from NC, and I got off work and I drove straight there with a rental car. And I took like a kratom shot, like a cheap one, like a $6 one that I take all, not all the time, but I take frequently. Like, and then I ate a cucumber with Italian dressing. And like, bro, this sounds fucking cheesy and corny, but I want to tell you what happened on the way there. Like, I couldn't fucking drive. Like, I kept like, my stomach felt really fucking bad, dude. Like normally be like, well, it's the combination of rushing and eating the cucumber with Italian dressing and fucking that kratom shot and an energy drink. I don't know what I did. But it wasn't like a combination. Like, dude, I could not fucking move. Like, I felt like I was dying. I like laid on my stomach in my car in the driver's seat and just fucking fell asleep on the road because I had no choice. Like, I just felt like shit. I don't remember if I was throwing up or shitting. I don't know what happened, bro. I think I was throwing up. I don't know. I think I threw up a couple times. It was weird. But anyways, I felt like I don't know for sure, but I felt like that was a poisoning. Cause that was just fucking weird. A lot of weird shit would happen on those trips. But yeah, it's day one, man. So I move different. Like most people when they like sleep at a gas station or some shit. I'm not gonna go over where I sleep, but I sleep in shifts. Like I'm not gonna do this every night, but I'll sleep for like 3-4 hours, then I'll park somewhere else, sleep 3-4 hours. I mean, things you gotta worry about is like police coming up, asking what you're doing, getting robbed, getting killed. That's only if you're in a really bad area. So you have to plan the area where you're gonna sleep at. Preferably you would want to sleep under a camera. People like to go to rest areas. Like I've known many friends that have done this. I've just never really done it before. Sleep in their cars and shit like that. Uh, I just don't see how it's really fucking comfortable. You know what I'm saying? The only reason I'm doing this because I'm saving so much money. But as a long term solution, and I'm decked out, dude. Like I already been planning this. Like I'm a fucking prepper, dude. Like I have like rechargeable batteries, like those little Timu rechargeable batteries. I got I wish I had more shit. I have a foldable tent that's like a camo tent. And I would utilize that like sleeping in the daytime. I'm not gonna use it, but obviously don't want to sleep in a tent at night when you have a car, but what you could do is like if you want to take a nap, you pull the tent out, it's foldable. It's like fucking 3 inches thick and it's like a big ass circle. So it's like in the trunk of my car. It doesn't take up any space. I wish I had I'm considering myself camping right now. Not really being homeless, but camping, like legit. I wish I had these little fire pits. They're like mobile fire pits, fireplaces that are like it's like a circular aluminum thing that you just put fucking sticks in and then you just cook food over it. Like it's like controlled little fire. But yeah, I mean I consider myself a camper, a traveler at this point, you know what I'm saying? But I want to talk about like some tips I have. The tips I have is to always stay in a fucking hotel if you can. Okay. Like legitimately, you have to hunt for these hotel deals, like Priceline and fucking other shit. Like you cannot just go with, oh, they're charging $100. Like if you go into a hotel, they're gonna be like, yeah, it's 120, but when you go on their website, it's like 70. So that's fucking $50 you just saved. That's like almost a whole night. That's my hustle. That's what I do. I don't do the whole like homeless fucking subversive awareness shit. And I don't know. It's just TI's. I don't know. He might be real, but TI's that promote that lifestyle, that promote gang stalking. You know, Because the first day I left the hotel, this was fucking yesterday. There was a bunch of shit that happened on the road where it was like people fucking. Some of it had to be gang stalking, like just be honest with you. But I don't like to fucking assume everything's gang stalking, but I would think some of it was. Like it's just complete, stupid shit. Like people are sitting around waiting for you, like fucking they're sitting in a little corner waiting and they pull out in front of you right when you pull up and they drive slow to like almost hit you. And it's just like completely and then okay, yeah, oh, people are dumb. But then 2 minutes later, the same thing will happen. It'll be this consecutive shit string of fucking 7, 8. It doesn't happen every day for me, but when it does happen, it's like completely obvious. It's not no fucking people just fucking making up shit. I hope you guys can hear me because I'm on a public Wi-Fi on a fucking phone with no service, cellular service, so it could be choppy. I could be too far from the building. But again, I'm just doing this to save my actual battery because I'm gonna be doing door dashes and shit. This is the most I ever fucking like talked about myself and shit. But what I noticed, if you're a real TI, when you talk like this, you get attacked more. Like they're gonna attack everything you said in your live stream. There's a team, like they might not do it the same day, but they'll be like, well, oh yeah, he's doing this. Now we're gonna start doing this. Oh, he said this. So that's why I'm like quote unquote secretive about, I just talk about the topic about gang stalking. I talk about my evidence, right? I'll talk about that video of what I highly suspect is a listening device. Okay. And I checked with Chat GPT, so I done some research on it. But according to that device, if it's a screw, it would be like when you have a listening device, it has to have a battery power. So you can build a listening device, it only lasts like a couple weeks, is what Chat GPT says. But there's ones that turn off that have like a technology where they can turn off for long periods of time and then they can hit it with the radio signal to turn it on. So let's say it has a 1 month battery life, right? But they're like, all right, we're not gonna listen these days, but we'll turn it on now and listen for 30 and then cut it off. That's what ChatGPT said. But we'll go over that. We'll talk about that later. But I think that has to do with my parents, not really specifically me. Because the way that it's placed is very suspicious. Okay. So we'll talk about that later, but we'll just go over some tips and shit. Tip 1 is to never go homeless whatsoever. It's not a fashion statement. We got these trends of like people living in vans and shit like that. Like that should never be something that's promoted. Okay. I need to get my lighter real quick. Hold on a second. Fuck. Hold on a second, guys. Give me like 1 minute. All right, I'm back, guys. I dropped my lighter. Um, so fuck, I forget what I was talking about. But yeah, I think I was talking about like people promoting the homelessness lifestyle in the TI community. Like subversive awareness, man. Like I keep bringing him up because it's such a fucking artificial spiral out of control. Like one day you're living in you have a house. Like this is the worst decision you can make as a TI. I don't care what you're going through in your living environment, your living space, right? You have a perfectly good living environment. You start getting gang stalk, right? Maybe it's even hot and heavy, right? Then you decide to just go ahead and fucking just leave and go out on the road. Okay. First of all, super unrealistic to do that long term. Like the dude has a cat, man. Like I have a cat too. But he gets hot in the sun. You know, the only reason I'm doing this again, I really don't have that much money, but it's the weather is cool. Like my cat fucking pants in the heat and shit. You know what I'm saying? You also have to deal with litter. Like I got that pretty like down pat. Like I got a tarp down. I just cleaned my car. So the whole thing is just where are you gonna go from there? Okay. Because this is why it's unrealistic for like subversive awareness, TI, right? So what if you're TI, you leave, you gas up your car, you pack your bags, you're gone. Okay. He doesn't work, right? So where's he getting his money from? Okay. What they try to teach you is like, oh, you don't gotta work, you'll get donations. The TI community will look out for you. And I'll be the first one to tell you the TI community will not look out for you. Like the person that got the most donations probably in the TI community is probably Candy Grand Prix. And like, where is she at, bro? Where did those donations get her? She's literally living out on the street. Okay. All that shit does is give you McDonald's money, a little bit of weed money, a little bit of beer money, cigarette money for that day. And you never can ever build your way out of that. Like, what are you gonna, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm trying to tell you guys, like, the whole subversive awareness, that's why I bring them up. That's why I make fun of them because it's not realistic. And these people come online and pretty much just throw their nuts around about gang stalking. They don't ask any questions. They don't communicate with any other targets, right? Veteran targets, anything like that. But that's what these fakes. That's what they do. But that's what I'm saying. Like even I'm doing it, but there's a specific reason. I'm doing it for maybe a night or two. Okay. I would like to build some money up, but even without paying for the hotel, uh, like I'm not making that much more money. Okay. And even in this situation, you can even let's say you're in my shoes as a TI. You go out, you do your DoorDash, but then you start spending more money. Like let's say you're a TI, you smoke cigarettes and drink beer. You buy more beer, more cigarettes, and more weed or something. So instead of spending $20 on that stuff, you're spending 50 now because you're stressed out in your car. Well, I'm gonna be in the car, so I might as well. That's what they do. And these situations aren't realistic. Um, because the worst thing why this is so dangerous as a TI, and I'm not promoting this shit. This shit ain't cool. There's other TIs. It's not just subversive awareness. He's just the most easily pointed out version. Uh, pretty. This dude says, "Are you homeless?" Well, not well technically, but not really. Like I'm not living out on the street. I'm only doing it for 2 days or 3 days. You know, it's kind of stupid to do it. Like, and we have to go over the rules though too. Being targeted, and if you have to do this, you can only do this if you follow these rules, and you have to stick to a specific regimen. Like, first of all, and this is why I'm bringing up subversive awareness. He don't even have a Planet Fitness membership. Okay, how is he taking showers, bro? Like, what are you gonna do? Stop taking showers? Stop fucking eating healthy? Like eating any type of just eat fast food all day? That shit's all expensive. You know, if you're not the smartest, most frugal person, you can get screwed making a decision like subversive awareness and shit like what these people promote on here. There's been other ones too, like Elihu Helm, but he's not vocal. He's not portraying the fake targeted vagabond experience, right? But what's it called? Can you hear me? Let me know. Leave a one in the chat if everything's clear and not choppy, because I am on public Wi-Fi. But what's it called? Another thing with subversive awareness, like he's not even in a fight, conflict with the people he's living with. Okay. Like it's one thing, let's say you had a roommate, your roommate's gang stalking you, right? Then you leave because it's like, all right, well, this can go either a few ways. I can fuck this roommate up, go to prison. I can stay here, take the abuse, live in fear, or C, I can leave. And most of us will leave. But again, if you're in that situation, which most of you aren't, don't worry about it. But the 1 in a million chance, I'm gonna go over the rules. We're gonna go into the NSA listening device that I found at my parents' house. Okay. Supposedly, we don't know. Maybe it's nothing, but we're gonna go over what you're looking at in that video. Like I'm gonna tell you what you're looking at. We don't know who's behind it, but I'm gonna tell you exactly what you're looking at. You're not looking at someone pointing us an antenna and hearing a beeping. That beep is only supposed to go off with radio frequency. You know, it doesn't work on TVs. It doesn't work on cell phones. It might work on cell phones. I don't know. I think it does actually, but it's not like, oh, you pointed it because I tested it. You know, pointed at a computer. Like it doesn't just go off for no reason. There has to be a reason. And these devices are pretty accurate. You know, they're not the best. They're not professional, but so first, let's go over what you need if you're going to decide to do this. First, you're going to need money if you're going to leave, right? You're going to need some way to make good money without e-begging. So you have a job, okay? You have to plan this. Like, let's say you're a TI, you work at Wawa. Oh, shit, you know, being gang stalked at home. It's time for me to leave. I don't got nowhere to go, you know? I work at Wawa. I can't go to Wawa stinking with dirty laundry and dirty clothes. I need money to do laundry. I need money to take a shower. Okay. If I don't have that, I need to rethink this. I need money. I need to buy equipment to cook food. I need to buy whatever you need because you're going to need shit. Like, you're not just going to leave your house with nothing. Like, that's just stupid. Like, I got 3 cell phones, 2 rechargeable USB batteries, 3 like I got all this shit off Temu and they give you free shit. Alibaba, Temu, when you order stuff, you get like free gifts. So I didn't spend money on this, but I strategically bought fucking this type of equipment. So we can go over the rules. Like right now, 2 people parked up and start eating their food. Right. I don't like that they did that, but this is a fucking outside, dude. This isn't in your house. What you're conditioned as a fucking retarded TI like me is like, you know, someone that spends a lot of time indoors. Like, oh, when I'm indoors, I'm in my house. Like, people can't just run up in my house. Anything can happen at any time when you're outside. A fucking missile can come from the sky, like anything. So you don't write the rules. You can't get mad, right? Things you're gonna need, right? If you're gonna do this, you're gonna need probably like basic essentials. I'm just gonna list some things off. It just be common sense, like a little water pitcher, blankets, fucking. You're gonna need a lot of plastic bags just in case, you know, not to carry around, but like, oh shit, I need to throw this in the trash in my car, right? I got trash in my car. Ooh, I got a bunch of plastic bags. Like, go figure. You're gonna need toothpaste, food. You're gonna have to change your lifestyle. No more fucking cold milk. You're not gonna be able to store cold food. No more cheese. No fucking American cheese. Uh, you're gonna have to strategically buy food. Okay. And let's go over the hotel. I recommend the hotel. Like I know all about the hotel. Hotel, you're gonna need to learn how to buy the cheapest hotels. You're gonna need, um, like my hotel that I'm at. I have a free night. I could stay right now. I have a free night in rewards. It's basically like every 2 weeks you get a free night. That's what it adds up to. You get like a certain amount of points. So I got a free night right now, but those come in handy. You know what I'm saying? I'm saving all that shit for like an emergency. I got the McDonald's reward app. So I got like a free like fucking McDouble, you know. So like you're listening to this like, oh yeah, it sounds cheesy, but this is the type of mindset you have to have if you're a TI, if you're really going through this, which you're probably not. Like I'm just being honest. Like you probably are confused. Um, but if you aren't and it's really happening, yeah, there are times where you have to leave. But you don't leave and just like, well, I'm leaving. I'm just gonna fucking twiddle my thumbs. Like you have to be like, I'm leaving. I'm looking for a job. Like I basically recently moved to a new area and I found a job in a month. I had a plan. I basically left out of nowhere because I was just fed up. I got that stupid police ticket that wasn't my fucking fault. Basically the area, like the police chased these people in the area where I lived at, and like the person they chased ran someone over and killed that person. So they implemented all these new laws and stop signs and shit, and they're being dicks. And then the second time, it happened twice. And I think I believe no, I think one of the times the police were involved, but another time, like some girl got ran over. So like the cops saw me stop at a stop sign. They put up a brand new stop sign. They put up all these signs. Oh, we're gonna fine you. We're gonna do this. But they put up a brand new stop sign. There was a cop. I was smoking a blunt, and he didn't give me a ticket. He didn't say shit about it. That's why I didn't even fucking argue. You know, he was being a dick, but at least he didn't say shit about the weed. But he said I rolled the stop sign, which I did not. I stopped. You know, when you go to a stop sign, you stop and then you like go. First of all, there was a big ass pickup truck that stopped in front of me and then made a slow turn. So there was no way that I could have ran that stop sign because we were both going left. So he stopped and then he made a slow behind turn. So I had to stop. But I see what the cop was saying. I didn't come to a complete brick stop because they implemented all these rules because this girl got ran over when it was damn near one of the times it was the police fault out of the two times that it happened on this road, right? Because the police, it's a one-way fucking road, right? And it's like college kids, and they pursued a fucking stolen U-Haul, and then someone got hit basically. But yeah, so that shit, I was just fed up with it. Just tired of fucking Pennsylvania. Fucking so sick of it. I just had to get out because I was just trapped. I was making fucking, now that I can say, because they try to brainwash me there. Like, bro, I was making $300-400, not even like $300 a week out there. And what they try to do is like, oh well, DoorDash sucks. You suck. You suck. You're a faggot. That's how they act out there in fucking the East Coast. It's like, bro, there's nothing out here. There's no jobs. There's no pussy. There's no, like, everyone just hates on each other. Like you're a bunch of crabs in a bucket, crabs in a barrel, right? Like it's not us making it up. It's like you suck. The area you live suck. You suck for living there. Like you're an idiot for living that area. That's why you're so fucking bitter. Because you're so fucking stupid. You don't know how to fucking. If I can move with debt, you can move with all the money you have. You miserable fuck. Like these people will say shit like Florida's gay. Like they've said that shit to me because I'm from Florida. Like, and I'm like, oh yeah, like I'm younger. I'm like, I want to move to Florida. Like, yo, I heard Florida's gay. Florida sucks. Oh, but PA's good. PA's fucking trash, dog. PA is fucking horrible. It's big for nothing, good for nothing. Like it's just trash, bro. The whole East Coast is trash, in my opinion. But it's all crumbling brick and fucking miserable ass fucking white people and fucking black people that shoot people and shit. That's all it is. no jobs, everyone hates on you. Like, it's just horrible. So I got up and I left, but I didn't just leave like, oh yeah, I'm gone. Dude, I was like, yo, I need to find a job. I'm within 2 weeks, I need to find a job. I'm not every like that's what you have to do. I'm just saying that to say this. Like when you're going hitting the road as a TI, there's an etiquette to it. There's a nuance to it because you're being targeted. You're not just a normal person. A normal person can have a lot of trouble hitting the road. They can end up fucking in the worst situation ever. So you're already targeted. You hit the road, you're gonna be followed, surveilled, monitored, and harassed and stalked. So it's good to fucking have a brain, guys. Like, seriously. I'm not perfect, but I'm just saying these people coming online, they're not targeted, bro. I could never. And the reason why I'm so calculated at this shit is because you have to watch every fucking footstep every decision that you make as a TI and certain heavy aspects of your target. They're not gonna let you make a mistake like everyone else, bro. They're gonna capitalize on that mistake, put it on front blast, and fucking just punish you for it. Like as hard as you need to be fucking reminded that you're being gangsta. So that's why you gotta be on your P's and Q's, guys. So even I'll give him King Mansa credit that he's maintained his I don't know how he does it, but he's maintained a roof over his head while fucking barely making money, not having a car, and being what he says being targeted. I believe he's probably targeted in the past. You know, he's not lying as much as he used to be. Like I think, I think he's targeted, but I also think it's mental too. Like he has persecutory delusions. Normal dude with persecutory delusions that I don't know. But give him credit, man. Especially in New York City, you gotta give all these people credit. Another TI that's done this is the Sierra is versatile, because they'll say things like, "Oh, I'm homeless because I'm targeted." They'll say shit like that. They'll never say anything like, "I wanted to be," or "I was just tired of living in my parents' house," or none of that. So I've done a whole legit month, and I've done several months. I've done fucking 3 months. Last time I did 2 months, and then the time before that 3 months. So I've experienced in this. But yeah, the hotel game is not a bad game. What they try to trick you with these fakes is that it's so expensive. No, you have to search and go to the cheapest ones, dude. Like you have to be a complete idiot to have limited resources and to be staying at the Hilton for $200 a night when you can find a weekly hotel for $300 a week. Like, oh, but the weekly, oh, that shit don't look good and it has roaches. Like, dude. And then people say that's expensive. Well, when you rent an apartment for $1,000 a month, 900, and then you have a $200 electric bill, electric and water is 200, that's 1,100. People don't know basic math. Like they're living lives, they don't even know what bills they're paying, anything. Like they just have their lives so easy. Like, so if a weekly hotel is 1,200, 13, 1,400, or yeah, a month, and then your apartment ends up being 11, 1,200, whoa, that's an extra $50 a week. Like suck it up, work harder. It's not that bad. It's not a permanent thing either. Like obviously you're not choosing to live in a hotel compared to an apartment. It's a temporary thing. So it's not gonna kill you in the end, you know? There's ways to save $50 in a week. You can buy less cigarettes, buy a little bit less food, buy the cheaper brands of food. Like there's so many things. Buy the cheaper gas. Like all that shit adds up. You see, like people fucking make fun of that mindset. But when you're targeted, that's the only mindset you can have. Like if you don't have that mindset, you're gonna get punished. You're gonna end up from living in an apartment to being homeless for the rest of your fucking life because you have a expensive appetite for fucking materialism as a target. Okay, like this is the type of stuff I'm talking about here. So we got that out the way. So yeah, dude, there's fast food reward points, hotel reward point. Anyone saying that shit doesn't add up doesn't know anything. No, fuck it. What do you get a cheeseburger every 2 weeks? Well, also you get like McDonald's. They have a special. You get a McFlurry for $1. Okay, get that. You get like a. I get that. I get like a hamburger. That's $3. You know what I'm saying? I don't eat that shit all the time, but I'm just saying you get reward points for that too. So you're saving money on the deals and you're getting the reward points. That's different from buying 10 Big Mac meals and then getting a free cheeseburger. So they have deals like 40% off, stuff like that. Fucking free large fry with a minimum purchase of $1, you know? So all that shit adds up. All that shit adds up. And people are leaving like this shit's boring. No, dude, this is how you survive. If you don't even think about shit like this as a TI, you're not a TI. If you're living so good that you're just spending money freely, you were never targeted. You get it? There's no such thing as being targeted and having a big bankroll and just fucking up money on like vacations and gambling and drugs. No, dude, when you do that, they literally capitalize on it. That's the whole point I'm trying to get at. It's not no situation, well, I blew 10 ranks last summer and I'm just sitting on 2 racks now. You know, fuck all that. That is not what's going on, man. So and people that are claiming to be TIs making fun of people like trying to save money and shit, trying to be smart, trying to get ahead. Because this is why I do this, guys. It's not about penny pinching and being a fucking. I don't know why people even make fun of Jews like they're smart for saving money. It's not about penny pinching. It's about when you're poor and you have a limited amount of money, all that money gets funneled up to a rich guy in a mansion. You get it? So the less you do that, the more you have money. You understand? The less you give your money to a rich guy that already has everything, that's a fucking billionaire or whatever, BlackRock, the better off your life is. Okay. So if you save money one way, you can use that money you save and buy yourself a nice lobster dinner. But you would never be able to do that if you live how society wants you to live. Because it's a trick. They're tricking you. They're trying to squeeze every penny out of you because that's how they became rich. If they squeeze every poor person's pockets dry and it goes to a small select group of like 10 people, those 10 people become rich. Yeah. It's called life. But people hear me talking and they think, well, you're just cheap. You don't want to spend money. Ho, ho, ho. I'm not cheap. I get ripped off. So, like, if I'm buying tires and one tire shop for the same tires, the same work is charging $350, and another tire shop charging $675 for the same brand of tires, the same work, you'll look at me like I'm stupid because I saved $300. Like, and I'll use that $300, buy everything you wanted to buy, be in less trouble than you. So, I'm not saying that in any elite way, but there's some stupid people that are fucking poor. Like, let's just be real, because rich people don't spend money like that. They don't. Even a rich person doesn't like getting ripped off. Well, I'm rich, so I'll let people rip me off. Oh, you see how stupid that sounds? So, well, I'm poor, so that's why you're poor. That's why you're stupid. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm poor too, but I'm not stupid. But people just like fake bullshit, like subversive awareness. He's like fucking 1980s MTV gang stalking David Spade. Like, you like that version because he says all the lingo. He gives you the more exciting story. You don't know it's like cliffhanger. Oh, he's living alone. We don't know what could happen. He might show us a bunch of gang stalking evidence. He's never shown any evidence, dude. Like, dude, I get gang stalked every day. I just fucking block it out and just keep living my life because there's no point of every microaggression being analyzed. A lot of it is fucking mistakes. A lot of it is, I'm actually going to tell you, I think it's people like controlling people and stuff. This dude said I was shoplifting like crazy. Yeah, when I was getting financially sabotaged in 2020, 2023, like I stole the amount that was sabotaged from me back. in like dollar and $2 items, like little things. I don't like stealing and shit. But I literally, bro, like I'll be driving to PA to visit my family with like for Christmas to get my Christmas presents and to give theirs. Like I used to give good presents and stuff too. But like literally like I only had enough money to have gas to go up there because I've been fixing my car and all that gang stuff and shit. Like that shit was ridiculous, bro. But yeah, I generally don't. But yeah, I was stealing from the dollar store. Fucking that shit added up to fucking probably like a rack or two, which is like they stole more than that from me. But again, perps will fucking. I don't think you're a perp, but they'll say things like that in your comments and then have you reveal shit. Oh, he's a shoplifter. I'm not a shoplifter, but I have. Yeah, everyone's shoplifter. I know a guy that does tattoos. He does like tattoos for celebrities. He makes like $200,000 a year. He owns a house, and him and his girlfriend shoplift like heavy items. Like, bro, he's going to work making thousands of dollars a day, $1,000 a day, probably like close to it. Like, I'm not even shitting you. He's a beast at tattooing. He's tattooed like famous people. And him and his girl, they're real shoplifters. Like, you have the money and shit. But nah, I sound like someone hit something. But I uh I definitely did that, bro. You got to be smart about it though. I'm not encouraging shoplift. It's not like I'm in Walmart stealing TVs, bro. I'm fucking stealing candy bars and soaps and shit like. But that shit adds up. I mean, when you have money and you work and you're not like a complete bum, it doesn't add up. Like you're still always gonna be broke. So stealing is never gonna be the answer, right? Like that little money you save stealing $10, $5 here. I mean, you probably were never gonna buy that item anyway, so you're not saving any money. You feel dirty too. Like that shit is like worthless. Like when you steal something, it's not worth as much as buying it, working and buying it. I'm a work type of dude. I just like to work and shit, bro. I definitely don't steal from like fucking people. Like that's fucked up. That shit's happened to me before, man. I've seen people steal from other people when they walk out the room. That's the type of place Pennsylvania is, dude. People would be like a group of friends that known each other like lifelong. One will leave the room with like a little bit of weed. They all start fucking taking weed out the bag, looking at each other. They're all cool with it. That's why I don't leave that fucking area, bro. Like people might think I'm a piece of shit, but that shit's ingrained in the motherfuckers up there, bro. It's like fucking their religion is to be a fucking shitty person. And it's even rich people too. Like I'm talking about people not rich, but like a wealthy suburban white kid. He's a fucking drug addict, scumbag. Like fucking beats his girl. Fucking does all types of shit. That's the type of area that place is. Yeah, dude. Some rich white kid damn near put a gun to my head and fucking robbed my fucking friend of weed. Like I'm talking about a rich white kid that grew up private schools and shit. Started doing painkillers. Fucking put a gun to my friend's head and like there was like five of us in the car. He surprisingly didn't put it to mine. I was sitting right next to him. I don't know why. I guess because he wasn't robbing me. I don't know. But I was thinking about fucking like the gun looked fake. I'm glad I was thinking some shit like fucking just grabbing that shit because it looked fake. It had like some triangle stickers on the handle. But that's the type of area I grew up in, dog. It's not, oh, just hood black people were bad. It was literally white people were like the biggest pieces of shit. It's not like that everywhere, but white people that have fucking privilege, they just act like black and rob people, do all types of weird shit, bro. Yeah, I mean, I don't judge you. I mean, obviously, I did the same thing you did, basically. But if I was living out on the street, I'd definitely be stealing food, though. Like, how else are you supposed to eat? Because another thing I want to warn TIs about is like image and stuff too. Like we got a lot of TIs that like wear older clothes, they don't get haircuts and shit like that. I wouldn't say a lot because I'm not trying to be talking about people listening to the live stream. I'm just talking about from the watching the YouTube videos, right? Off of YouTube, off the people claiming to be targets. Like, and that's not none of my business. But when there's a bro, these people are trying to teach you bad habits. Like there's something about that where it's just like, yeah, some of them are mentally ill, some of them have problems, or homeless and shit like that. They think they're being targeted. They might be targeted because there is people. It's not common, but there's people that will follow a homeless person around. They're trying to get them to leave the area, like a community watch type of effort. But uh yeah, man, they want you to look disheveled. Like, bro, I just had trouble. People can smell desperation, is what I'm trying to get at. Like, it took me a while to get a job, right? And people were telling me I was getting hired, and I was starting to think it was gang stalking. But I think they felt the desperate energy because I was having car problems. And another thing, again, so like they'll say, "Oh yeah," it'll always be like the assistant manager will hire me. Like I just have to pass it off to the manager. You're definitely good. Like you're definitely gonna get hired. So that happened like 2 jobs, but I don't call back and seem desperate, but people can sense that. And again, this is going back to the beginning, the capitalism type of thing. Okay. Not that I'm anti-capitalism, but the fake capitalism, right? It's all about image and shit and presentation. Because if you become homeless, it's gonna be way harder for you to get a job later than now when you're not or when you're newly homeless, right? And people like in the TI community, oh, why have a job? You're just gonna get workplace mob, bro. You're gonna have ways to buy a car, get a car loan. Like loans and credit is important when you're targeted. You know, not getting loans and spending money, but having the ability to get loans. Cause yeah, you might need to live in a hotel for a little bit. You can't rely on living on in a tent or in the street. So you need a car. That's first and foremost. Like you can live out of a car if you need to, but you need a car if you're a TI. If you're gonna do that route, okay. On foot, you're just done. You're just dude. And again, with subversive awareness, bro, like when you're in a situation where you're not working, you're spending money every day, you're driving around. Where are you getting the money from? You throwing a sign up on the road? Like that's the next step. And that's when you're discredited totally. Okay, you're worried about whisper campaigns and smear campaigns and workplace mob, no, or people not believing you're targeting. Go from a normal person to a guy flying a sign on the street asking for money and donations, bro, on the street. You're targeting store. Next thing you know, the white van picks you up, throws you in the fucking back. They strap you to a chair, send you to fucking Bellevue or whatever, a little mental hospital. But yeah, there's a nuance to this type of fucking stuff. So let me get into the listening device thing. Okay, like that's just evidence that I'm putting up on the channel. I'm not saying that I caught anything, right. I'm giving you the evidence. I'll give you the background story, the evidence, because I've seen things like this before in the past. It could be nothing, but more than likely it's something. Okay. And we're gonna go into like the possible, not conspiracy theories, but the possibilities of what it is, if it is what I think it is, right? So I got the bug sweeper, okay, Timu, right? It was like $89. But I did research. Like everything I buy or I do research on, like Google research, right? So they do work. They do detect radio frequencies from listening devices. Okay, we're not going to go into the science, but just understand with the video I'm showing you, right? So I did a scan, and I didn't scan the bottom of the table, I scanned the top. I had all this stuff on the table. Start moving stuff, it's beeping on the top of the table. I scanned my bedroom, I scanned the bathroom, right? Being paranoid. Oh, is there really camera? Like, if it's good to actually do that. Like, instead of seeming like a crazy person or making assumptions or making false accusations, you actually know for sure. That's what a scientist would do, right? Swept the house. I didn't find anything. I swept the electronics just real quickly. I'm not gonna act like I did it all day. Swept my car. There was a beeping in the car. I don't know what that was from, but I'm pretty sure those, my parents' car has a voice command and all types of stuff that would emit radio frequency for listening in. So I sweep it and I make sure and I pin it to that fucking table. So I'm like, huh. So I look under the table, right? And there's a significance to this that I didn't find it anywhere but that table because it doesn't have to do with me, surprisingly. Because I spent no time in that dining room, but who does? My parents, my family. They have a Saturday lunch that my aunt, nieces and nephews, and other family, like maybe my brother might show up once in a while, but mostly my aunt. And basically that shit was planted. Everyone has like the assigned seat. That shit was planted right where she sat at. Now, me knowing her, she's about in her 60s. She's not. Now, I believe that she would fucking maybe be involved in it, but I don't think that you got to think logically. Did she go break into our house, my parents' house, with a fucking drill bit and a listening device and plant it where she sits every day? No. Did she sneak around? Like, you got to be logical, right? Because this is nuanced thinking. You can be a TI, get that listen, and then accuse your aunt, and then she had nothing to do with it, and you're just an idiot. You're onto something, but you ruined it. So that table is about 90 years old. That dining room table is my grandma's table. It's about 70, 80, 90 years old. It's old as fuck. So it could be possible that it broke one day and my dad had someone put a new screw in, and maybe the screw has a magnetic force to it or something, right? But being that all the other screws I inspected were all old, I don't know if I showed it in the video, except for that brand new screw, like that, and it's beeping like it has a radio frequency. If that ranks true, that's an NSA level, Mossad level, heavy private investigator level listening device. That's not your traditional one. I looked them up. They usually have cords sticking out of them. They have a little place for the battery. You know, these are advanced. That's not even like police. That's advanced shit. Or it could be fucking nothing, but more than likely it's not. From I did more research. I even asked Chat GPT, and he said absolutely that's suspicious. I made sure, like, I'm like, is it, they're like, there's no way, because these are inert objects. A screw, a piece of wood, a brick is inert. It has no radio frequency. A radio frequency means it's transmitting voice and listening, like listening and talking, right? So that's the whole story. That's just an evidence video. It doesn't mean, oh, I know for sure, but that ain't no bullshit. That's not someone just waving a wand and hearing a beep. There's a reason why I put that video up. Not making any formal accusations, but that's NSA level, Mossad level shit, dude. And let's go why they would do that. Now, you're a TI, Conspiracy Underground, Matrix Decoded. So that if you're targeting what your rank says ranks true, that has to be for you. Surprisingly, no, because I only lived at my parents' house for like a year. So what's going on is there's political conversations that are happening at the dinner table that someone wants to listen to. Now, I think my aunt's involved in that. I mean, possibly, probably not. Most likely not. Probably have no idea. But in the targeting scenario, right? Hypothetical scenario, it's not really hypothetical, but hypothetically, if some nefarious stuff is going on and it's planted right where she's talking, I don't know, man. It's kind of suspicious, because the reason why it's suspicious, and I include her in it, because my dad doesn't just sit there and talk political shit like in that room. In that room, he's either eating or he's like on the computer. So he's not talking in that room. So if he's talking to us, all right? And like, what, what would they fucking care? Like, we don't even talk in that room that much. And being that it's only in that dining room, it's not in the living room as far as I could find, right? There's no detection in the living any other room except there, right? Where they hold those politically charged conversations. I don't know, man. Cause like, yeah, there could be people interested in me, but I don't talk to him in there. I don't ever go. I don't even eat down there. So it's kind of weird. It's also a central room, so it's like a central room maybe that can pick up everything. But the fact that there's nothing in the bedroom, nothing in, the whole house should be beeping basically. But yeah, the chance of it being nothing, I think, is low. But I can't act like I know fucking everything. But going through what I've been through, yeah, I'm just putting puzzle pieces together. Now, if you want to suspect who put it in there, who had the means, the way to do it, it would probably be my brother. It's either professional, my brother, or someone that my aunt knows, or none of the above. But a lot of that stuff has slowed down the spy novel stuff, because my life isn't like a spy novel. Like, it never was. I'm a pretty fucking boring person. Like, I just do everything fucking right. Like, yeah, I just admitted, oh yeah, when I was being targeted, I was stealing fucking soaps from the dollar store and shit, dude. Like, ooh, I don't give a fuck, bro. I would buy shit and then pocket a dollar soap and then do that over the course of like a year, or a candy bar or some fucking shit. But generally buy shit too as well. I mean, people do that shit all the fucking time. I don't like it. It's fucking disgusting. It has no, like, let's pretend I stole some shoes, right? Like, to me, I'm gonna speak on myself. I stole some shoes out of a store, and I stole some Jordans. They wouldn't feel like Jordans because I didn't do anything to get it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't earn them. Like, when I pay for something, I earn it. I'll keep it fresh. Like, I'll fucking take really good care of it. And if I do have it, like, they'll just get ruined easily. So I value labor, I value work and fucking shit like that. But and I really did it to equalize the fucking, like, bro, I had no way of making money, was being gang stalked, no way of making any significant change in my fucking life. I was trying to equalize. I'm talking about shit, not like, oh, you're crying about us. Oh, you replaced your tire and you blame the gang stalkers, you fucking asshole, so you could steal from Dollar General. No, this is what happened, dude. Someone would fuck up my car. Every time I had a little bit of money, I go out and spend my hard-earned money to fix it. I bring the car home, it drives for a day, and this happened like 3 or 4 times. Drives perfectly, and then there's another problem that's unrelated to the one I got fixed. So, like, let's say I bought new brakes. I come home with the new brakes. The next day, my battery's dead. Like, that's the type of shit I'm talking about. Like, it was all coordinated. Oh, your next day, your first day of work, your battery's dead. It was always like that. It was complete military precision coordination and harassment. So, and I've been in situations where I had to pay a lot of money for a car. I've been in situations where I paid $1,200 for a car. I had nothing to do with gangs. I don't cry about car payments. That's what they try to do. It's like, you just cry about car repairs. You're just a big crybaby. You just blame. No, you fucking idiot. You know when you're being fucked with, nigga. Like, if you're a skeptic of what I'm saying, okay, waive prosecution, and I'll sit here and I'll fuck with you all day. I'll fuck up your car at 3 a.m. every fucking day and spy on you and fuck your life up. Oh, I don't want that. Exactly. I don't want it either, asshole. You think I'm making that up? You wouldn't allow me to do it to you, so why is it okay for someone else to do it to me just because you don't know about it? No, it's not okay, and it's still happening. But about to turn these door dashes on. I think I pretty much hit all the topics. Hope you guys could hear me good. But yeah, I don't recommend being homeless. I don't see any there's no future in it. It's only gonna go downhill. Like any TI promoting that shit. We ain't talking about Candy Grand Prix because she ain't promoting it. She's just struggling with it. She has real mental like Asperger's or some shit too, and like other shit that she admits herself she has. So it's hard for her to conform to society in a 9 to 5 and shit. But these other TIs that just pretend to be fucking targeted or exaggerated if they are targeted. Yeah, it's getting out of hand here, man. What the fuck is this guy doing? I'm in the drive-thru and there's this homeless dude. He's like posting. I'll show you. Hold on. He must have known that person. This homeless dude, he's usually pretty cool. He fucking just ran up on this white lady's window and stuck his head in her window while she's at the drive-thru at McDonald's. So I don't know if he knew her or what. If he was like the way he did it was kind of weird. If he didn't know her, it was kind of aggressive. But I'm shooting anybody that fucking comes runs up on me. It's pretty simple. I don't care if it's the Mossad, they send some people or whatever. That's actually a law. It's called like a castle doctrine or something. Like your car is your dwelling in the South. Okay, boy. So I'm not worried about fucking people and shit. You got any more comments in here? That's it. Thank you for leaving that one, Wealthy and Wise. Thank you. It looks like you're becoming contributor to the channel. Is very well appreciated. When people come in, they contribute, ask questions and all that. Hey guys, sorry about that. I accidentally cleared my own browsing history on my little browsing app. I like closed the exit out the window basically. I use Firefox Focus, so it's like fucking focus. It like just clears everything out, erases the history and all that. But I gotta wrap this shit up. I got a DoorDash coming up. Um, thank you for tuning in. I think I hit every point. I wanted to talk about old absent-minded Abe and how he's just been pissing me off with his fucking content he's been putting out, but probably do that on another live stream. I'm out of here. Peace.